and that is the 49ers. Their win total in the span of our conversation over the last 2+ hours has come down by a full game. Look, I got to be honest. I'm surprised that everybody's just buying in that the Niners are the team to beat. Wes,
right.
What do you see going on here in the marketplace?
I think this drop is a combination of three things. Number one, if you look at just the nuances of the 49ers schedule, they've got a couple Thursday night games and they got a couple Monday night games. So they've got some short preps in 4 weeks here, especially, where you get that Tampa Bay game November 19th. Then the Thursday night game is November 23rd. Same thing with the Rams, September 17th and then September 21st. And then the Monday night game, you get one less game or day to prep. So you look, the schedule dynamic is that as well. And also the fact with the 49ers, there's some concerns not only about the quarterback. Is it going to be Brock Purdy? Is it going to be Trey Lance? There could be a real possibility that Sam Darnold might make meaningful starts this year. You never want to say that can't happen because it's happened the last several years in San Francisco. But also another concern for me for the 49ers, that offensive line. Trent Williams, who you covered in Washington, D.C., is turning 35 this season. He hadn't played a full year since 2013. And then you've got 3 projected starters on the interior. Their PFF grades are very low. They lost Mike McGlinchey in free agency. So their starting right tackle is a former day 3 pick. He only has made 5 starts in his career. That's Colton McKivitz. So I think that offensive line. And also the fact that the Seattle Seahawks, we were seeing Pete Carroll on one of the monitors here in studio. They had one of the best drafts. I think everybody, I know Matt graded them very high. All the draft nicks graded this team very high. So, yeah, that's why I think you're seeing the 49ers for several reasons dropping that win total.
I agree with the move here, and I'm going to look in the market to see if there's still an 11.5 out there tonight because I would like to play this under. I for the last few weeks, I've been looking at the Niners and say I'm not as high as a lot of people, others are, on the 49ers. First of all, you got major questions at quarterback with Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and then if you get to him, Sam Darnold. But 2 of those 3 young guys are coming off serious season-ending injuries. Aside from that, Wes mentioned it. Mike McGlinchey's gone from the offensive line. D'Amico Ryans, the defensive coordinator, is gone. When we break down the schedule, Niners have 3 consecutive home games from weeks 3 to 5. They play the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Cowboys. They also have 3 spots on the schedule where they play back-to-back road games. They open the season at Pittsburgh, then at the Rams. In October, at Cleveland, at Minnesota, and then in November, early December, at Seattle, at Philadelphia. So you got 3 cases of back-to-back road games. Schedule's not easy. With quarterback questions, I was going to say under 11.5 is a play I like here too. Another schedule note that I'll mention, courtesy of the Gub on Twitter, who sent this in to us throughout the show. You look for these schedule quirks, like the back-to-back road games or the 3 straight home games. You also have to look for teams that were handed 3 road games in a row. We haven't seen that too much tonight, but if you break down the schedules of the Ravens, the Titans, the Giants, the Broncos, and the Panthers, those 5 teams have 3 straight road games.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, certainly, Wes, when you look at the Niners. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say one more thing on the Niners, too. When I mentioned all those injuries, we didn't even mention Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, who are 2 of their most important players on the roster who have had a lot of injuries over recent years.
Yeah, so they're not getting any younger. Certainly left tackle, as you mentioned, with Trent Williams. He's going to the Hall of Fame one day, but can he stay healthy? He has not been able to do that recently.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.